Hello to our glorious listeners. Welcome to the Brain Fog Podcast. Today is another day where we are just going to talk about things that inspire us, things that we love, things that we hate, and things that make us get up in the morning, and things that make us hide under the bed, potentially. But more about that in a little while. First of all, I'm joined by my two co-hosts, and the contestants for this week. I was the winner last week, so naturally I am the host this week. DGB, how are you doing this week?
I played a lot of Monster Hunter over the last
The
week.
game that I said you'd enjoy, that you were like, oh, remember.
Listen.
Yep.
Listen. It took somebody dragging me into a corner and going, I see you have Monster Hunter World in your library and you've played 2 minutes of it. Why is that? And then forcing me to play the game
And
to actually enjoy said game. And now I'm like, bug. Hammerman is so
now
good.
you get
That
it.
is such a good strat. That is such a good strat. To be a fucking Hammerman. Everybody should be a Hammerman. Anyway, it's been good. I've been playing a lot of games, hanging out. I struggled with some streaming last night. It took every ounce of my being to keep my composure. But other than that, it's been a decent week with only minimal sounds coming out of my attic.
Only a couple of scratches here and there. It's fine. We don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, you know about that. You know about that.
Update for anyone who wants to know about DJ's attic. There are scratches and knocking coming from the floorboards above.
I can kind of go over it. The other day I walked into the kitchen and there was scratching coming from the ceiling and I thought, that's not normal.
Oh, fantastic.
And then the middle of the night, what was it, Wednesday? Yeah, it's Thursday. I went out because I was gonna go to bed. It was real late at night. And like I went to my bedroom and as I like passed my back door, because it's like one of those glass back doors, I didn't see anything, but then as soon as I turned the corner, my brain told me, you just saw a face there. And I went, no, I didn't. And my brain said, yeah, you did. Like, you should be scared right now. And then I was terrified of it. And I went back, refused to look at the door, made myself some popcorn, like went to go back to the room to watch anime. And then I stared at the spot that I thought I saw a face in, and there was nothing there. And now I'm being told by a friend of mine that I'm haunted, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Burn the house down again. Just burn it down again. Like, I don't need this house.
I hate that. I hate that for you. I hate that for everyone else.
I love our spooky. I do love our spooky.
I don't wanna be
Spookies are very good. And then, we'll talk more about that in a little while. But hey, look, maybe at least if it's haunted, then you're not dealing with a real person in your house. So better, maybe.
You tried to convince me there's still somebody
It
up
could
there.
be.
I don't want to hear it.
It could be.
I don't
You
wanna
haven't
hear
gone
it.
out to check. You don't
I
know.
don't hear it. The other idea that I was floated was to put a cell phone up there and just hit record and wait. And I believe you said, put a camera up there and put it on live.
No, I
and
thought it'd be really funny if you put a night vision camera up there and then had it on
God.
your stream so that you could turn it on and off as required. So chat could go, what's going on up there? If there was noises coming out, you could be like,
Attic
you
cam.
could have attic cam and then noises, and then you're like, oh, it turns it on. And chat could look and go, oh, there's a possum or a squirrel, or there's a weird spooky face hanging over the top of your old cabinet that we don't know how
that.
that's at that angle because that's weird. Or maybe it's just a guy cooking some SpaghettiOs off
Can of beans
of
up
a
in the
portable
attic.
cooker. Who knows?
If you
I
want-
hate all of those things.
You want to see the live feed of DG's attic?
No!
Post in our Reddit. Let us know.
I don't want to go up there.
Post in our Reddit, put it in the YouTube comments. We want to hear that you want this. We'll make them do it. We'll make her do it. Anyway, how are you doing, Ron?
Me, I'm doing fantastic. My partner has been super, super busy recently. They've been tied up in this horrid fiasco of an apartment move where they got to their new place and discovered that everything was fucked. It was fucked. The whole building was not ready to be lived in. There was mold everywhere. There was a water leak. Half the appliances weren't working. And they finally gotten to take a break from all that, and we got to hang out for a little bit earlier today, and that was quite nice. They also showed me pictures of the basement of that place, and the basement is probably equally as haunted as DG's attic. I will not lie.
Are they British? Are they British? Every British basement looks exactly the same. It's the scariest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
I have no idea if this house is British or not.
Was your partner British?
Oh, no, they're from New York.
Oh. Well, New York is just as scary, dude. Like, I don't know.
New York is just scary. Like, every single person that I have ever met from New York is ready to fist fight God over a bagel.
An everything bagel at that.
It's specifically an everything bagel. And if your everything bagel is not up to New York standards, they will fist fight you.
Bagel is life. I was told this by a friend of mine. I was blasphemed because I said everything bagels suck.
Those are fighting words.
Give me an onion bagel. That's all I care about. I don't need anything on a plain
onion?
Onion bagel?
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Give me a good blueberry bagel.
I don't like sesame seeds on my bagel. It doesn't need it.
Wait, what do you mean when you say an onion bagel? What the fuck is an onion bagel?
They put the because like on an everything bagel, it's got like garlic flakes and onion flakes and salt and sesame seeds and poppy seeds and like a lot of shit, right?
Yeah.
It's got all that good seasoning.
It doesn't need all of that. Just put onion flakes and garlic flakes on it, and there you go. That's most of the flavor that you're getting. Then you add cream cheese or whatever you're wanting to it, and then eat it. I don't need poppy seeds and sesame seeds on my bagel. It's too much, and I don't like the how crunchy it is, and it gets in my teeth. No, I don't need that. I don't need all that. A plain bagel that I can season myself is better than a bagel that comes pre-seasoned that I now... Because you can't put... It's a savory bagel at that point. You can't even put, like, jelly or jam on there. And, like, that upsets me. Like, what if I want a sweet bagel? I'm not allowed to because now there's onion and garlic and stuff on it. Just give me a plain bagel.
Interesting.
However, I do like my everything bagels as good sandwich bagels.
I've only ever had
the only acceptable time.
I've had two bagels in my life, right? I've had one that we bought, like just a standard plain bagel, and put some like ham and cheese on it, and a salmon bagel, which had poppy seeds, salmon, and some sort of sauce.
I mean, I was gonna say the only acceptable everything bagel is one that comes like preloaded with like salmon or eggs and like usually cream cheese or hollandaise. Is it hollandaise sauce?
What?
Holiday sauce. Yo,
It's the holiday. Yo, can we get some holiday sauce over here?
I have no idea. Holiday sauce.
I think it's called hollandaise sauce.
Yeah,
anyway.
That sounds more correct.
Interesting.
Haagen-Dazs.
Well,
Haagen-Dazs
oh, I love the Haagen-Dazs. I love that ice cream sauce. When it melts and you get that drip, yes.
So good.
So I'm doing okay. I'm vibing. I had a pretty good day today. Went to cinema. Went to see Thunderbolts, which was better than I expected, and definitely better than Captain America. So I approve. I approve watching Thunderbolts. It doesn't feel like a Marvel hero movie. It feels like just a movie, right? Which is weird to say because they're all just movies, right? This is what they are. But it feels just like a movie. Right? It doesn't feel like a Marvel hero flick. It's different. It's got a different feel to it.
They're all just movies,
I know, but
they have just so much extra marketing.
Yeah, well, it's weird because
so they're an experience.
Also, the thing is, right? There's this movie was made by a lot of television directors and stuff like that. Like a lot of people who work on like the TV shows for Marvel worked on this. So it's not the usual like, oh, we're the AAA director people that you usually get in these kinds of movies. So I feel like that changed the vibe, and I feel like that's a good thing.
I mean, so here's the problem that I have with like the MCU of it all, those movies. It feels like a movie where like if you didn't see the other movies, they're gonna like, it does this thing where it goes, and then this happened. Do you remember from 3 movies ago when this happened? And I'm like, no. And it feels bad to watch it at that point because like everybody else is in on it, right? But like you sitting there who went to watch it with your friend are just sitting there going, I don't know what the fug is going on. And then like I remember, you know, like it sounds like this movie, is this the kind of movie where I can just go in and watch it, and if I've not had any prior experience, it's just gonna be fun to watch? Because if it is, that's what I want. That's a movie. But like what's not a movie is a movie that requires you to have watched 7 unrelated movies that are also tied in somehow. Like
I get it.
It requires just so much prior knowledge.
I get it. I do understand your gripe with it, but that's like saying I'm going to watch the third Lord of the Rings movie without watching the other 2.
No,
It
it's
kind
not,
of
because those
is.
movies are directly connected.
yeah.
Whereas I have to watch Hulk and fucking I have to watch the TV show of the connected thing to understand every nuance.
They're
Like,
not.
I shouldn't have to watch a television show to understand a part in a movie. That doesn't make sense. Those aren't connected.
There's nothing like that in the MCU.
Yes,
Is
there
there?
is.
There,
There is.
Well,
there's literally.
No, I mean, I suppose
Okay,
Captain America.
so the WandaVision TV
still never
show.
watched that.
The WandaVision TV show
Yes, that's
is
exactly what I'm talking
required
about.
plot for later movies in the
Which
series.
ones? Because
Yes.
I've never come across them.
For literally the 2 big Avengers movies.
Do they? Do they?
Oh wait,
Like,
you're right. Yeah, you're right,
Infinity
because you
War
won't
and
understand-
Endgame.
Do they,
They
though?
Yeah, you won't
require
underst-
plot.
Yeah, you
from
won't understand
WandaVision.
part of it. Yeah, you won't understand part of
Uh,
it because like I didn't, and like a friend of mine had to like clue me in. And I was like, the fuck? What do you mean?
I still haven't ever watched it, and I still don't. I didn't feel
Okay.
different from not knowing something. I mean, I got
like,
the fact that the Vision
little bit of
kinda appeared, and I also Wanda came back in Doctor Strange, so I don't know.
Yeah, so a little bit of a spoiler warning for anybody who hasn't seen these movies yet.
God.
Vision died in a prior mainline movie, then reappears in Infinity War and Endgame, and WandaVision covers how the fuck Vision is back alive, effectively.
See?
Did he?
See?
Did he?
See?
Did he? Because I don't remember that from the mainline movies.
Yes!
Where did he die?
Sorry, I have my movies slightly mixed up. He dies in Infinity War and Endgame and comes back in a later movie. The point stands. Like there is plot line that carries from the movies to that TV show, and then from that TV show back into the movies again later.
Look, homie, all I'm saying is like the MCU, the reason I don't keep up with it is because like I can only watch so many cinematic quote unquote masterpieces
no
that are like
no.
connected to another movie that is also connected to a different movie that has a stinger that if you didn't watch a stinger, you're not going to understand the next.
No.
movie.
Hold on.
Oh
hold
my
on,
God,
hold
the
on. Hold
stingers.
on. I looked it up. I looked it up right now. So Vision dies in Infinity War, and when Thanos removes the Mind Stone from his head, he is then seen in WandaVision, but that is not how he comes back to life. He is potentially coming back to life, where he is alive and he's in the process of being brought back, because Shuri is working on him, which is shown off in the second Black Panther movie. Because she is trying to remove the Mind Stone from the Infinity Gauntlet.
But that's what I'm talking about. It's like those things. Why do I have to watch a different movie if I don't care about it? It's forced. It's forced entertainment, and there's 17 umptillion of them. How many MCU movies are there?
A lot.
There's like what, 25? And I'm like, no, I don't want to watch 25 movies to understand the plotline of only this one. What?
I mean,
It's like trying to watch all of Dragon Ball Z.
but that's a show.
Like,
Oh
you
God,
just-
don't watch all Dragon Ball Z. Don't watch.
No, I mean, dude.
Watch the
it's,
abridged- watch the abridged-
both
That's
are
the
good.
point.
version.
Is that this whole series is long enough to be an entire like 10-season show,
You're right.
and that's not
the problem.
counting the seasons and seasons of spin-off TV shows.
You're right, but like
Mhm.
the people who are into that, right? Like you're watching the extended versions of The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, or it's not something I've done. But people who love those movies and franchises will do that. You're
I would
picking and
argue
choosing.
that even the people, I would argue that even the people that are into that have expressed that they're so tired of it.
Possibly,
because they have.
possibly.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Is like there's a certain point where you just get content fatigue, and we're long past that point. Where like I was watching every single movie that came out. I was like super into it. I was watching all the TV shows, and there was eventually I hit a point where I'm just like, it's just too much. I cannot keep up with all of this, and I just got tired of it.
Yeah, but like you could say that about anything though. Oh, I'm tired of watching Supernatural. It's 15 seasons long. Ah, but on 710
It's-
now I can't.
It's
Who
less
gets
of
tired
an
of watching
issue
Supernatural?
if it's like one
tired of
series.
Yeah, but you get what I mean.
That just
right?
runs for like 10 years.
This is an opinion now. This is
like
not
12
a fact.
different
This is not a
series.
fact now. This is an opinion.
I would kiss Sam on the lips. I'm
Oh,
just
fuck
saying.
Sam. Dean's where it's at.
That's
Really?
Yes,
Really?
100%.
Wow! Wow!
I am
okay,
Team
all
Dean.
right,
Team
wow.
Dean all the way.
I am Team Sam.
Team
We are
Dean.
going to
love
have
Sam.
fights in the comments.
Love Sam.
There's another one. If you're on the Reddit, or if you're not, go on the Reddit. If you're in YouTube, Team Dean, Team Sam, tell us. We want to know.
What you only like Dean because they had that one part where they were a demon for a
No,
while.
I like Dean because he's just cool and better and hot.
But he's also kind of a dick. Sam isn't a dick.
Sam
I'm
isn't
getting
a
my
dick.
fucking popcorn.
You're saying Sam isn't a dick? He
No!
kind of is.
Dean's actually
No,
a
no,
dick.
Sam's actually kind of a dick.
Why? How do you mean?
So how many times does he put down his brother? How many times does he get
Because he wants
no.
to.
How many times does he get? Well, he was possessed by the devil for like 4 seasons.
Yeah.
So how would Dean having one like part season or season
Also,
as
can we-
to 4 seasons?
Can we just take a step back and realize that he was possessed for 4 seasons?
Yes.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Like tied to a chair and everything.
Yeah, he was like he had the demon within him for like 4 seasons, and the whole point I think it was Lucifer, and the whole plot line was to
No, it
who
wasn't.
was it?
It wasn't Lucifer. It was
Yellow Eyes?
Azrael.
Ezra. Either way, he had someone inside of him for like 4 seasons, and he was the whole point of the first bit was to like
Because Crowley.
get
Because
past
Crowley
that.
was trying to like. Because Crowley was also like tied up or whatever, and they were trying to figure out how to do the thing, and Crowley was being unhelpful. And whatever. Anyway.
King Deem. Anyway,
The
I
point
don't
is,
like Marvel movies.
anyway.
content fatigue.
Yeah, it happens, right? You know, you get that from streaming. You get your own fatigue. It's whatever, right? At the end of the day, these series or these franchises have started so long ago that to be in the know of all of it, you have to watch it all or most of it all. Anyway, this TV series, I would say, if you're only really Loki, kind of is very pertinent to the story. Unless you really like Captain America, then I suppose you should watch Captain Winter Soldier. Although there's a whole bit, and I think this happened in Captain America that I did not understand today in the Thunderbolts, and I need to go watch Captain America now to see if that's where.
See,
the
that's
difference
exactly
was.
what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I was talking about.
Anyway.
Logan's a good.
Lumi just doesn't want to admit he's
Look,
wrong.
listen, I said that you were right, but I also said that it's still a choice. It's an opinion now. It's no longer a fact that everybody is fatigued by it. So, slight difference. Anyway, do you have anything you want to talk about? Any? Good. We've kind of small talked. We unintentionally small talked while doing small talk. So, do you have anything else you want to say about your week or just stuff that's happened to you? Anything good? Anything cool? Anything weird? Anything wonderful? No is also a valid answer.
like the word. Nah, I think I'm good.
Okay.
I think I'm
Okay.
good.
Cool. Okay. Just
Gotten most of it out of my
okay.
system.
So
Oh, wait. We can cut this out if needed. I wanted to talk about Pride Month coming up because this is probably gonna release when Pride Month
true.
is
True. It
a
is.
thing. And I want to do. I'm gonna be doing a charity live stream.
Nice. I know.
To support LGBTQA plus rights and also to fund the Trevor Project again. I really like that foundation. I've used their services, and I'm planning on doing a Minecraft collab with several creators, and I will talk to those said creators soon.
Nice. I know that Twitch does their what do they call it? Their LGBTQIA kind of Pride Month like Twitch what's it called? Like shelf. So that like they get like certain creators in, and for the whole month,
The gay
for the whole month there is a shelf where, you know, those creators are more easily visible because they're on this shelf. So I know that starts on the 30th, I believe.
30th
May.
of
May. Yeah.
May?
30th of May.
So, but yeah, no. So if you people in the future, if it is currently June, which I believe it is, go check out creators like LGBTQIA plus creators and support them, and also support charities and such. Remember, Pride is not just a celebration. Pride is a protest, and you all, if you're part of that or you're an ally, are absolutely allowed to participate in that. And one of the easiest ways to participate that is being loud and objectively presenting yourself in society in front of people and not being ashamed of it. So yes, make sure you do that. It's happy Pride.
Well, thank you for that, DGB. You know, it's Pride. I'll be participating too. I don't know if I'll be doing a charity. I might not. I might be involved in a charity. I don't know. I have no idea at this point. I haven't planned for one yet, so we'll see how that goes.
Looks at you and goes,
oh, I feel like I'm getting pulled into something, so you may see that.
Sorry.
Anyway, remember, do you want to know your topic for today? You want to know what I'm going to ask you to do for today's episode?
give you a little hug.
That would get you a point.
What
if I gave you a big
Oh.
hug?
Hold on. Asterisk, Uwu gives you large hug in Native American asterisk. Does that help?
You may or may not have gotten a point for that.
Yay.
Are you Native American?
Yeah.
Huh.
How do you not know this? How do you, what?
It's just never come up.
No,
We're
I'm
we're learning things, but do you want to learn what you're doing today?
Yash.
Okay. So, today, here, on live on Brain Fog, I want the two of you to scare me. Now, to clarify, I want you to either come up with a short story or like a scenario where you think I would be scared. Think of something on the fly which would have me feeling like either uneasy or terrified, or it can be any of the above. Basically, just I want you to scare me. I want you to do something which is going to make me not sleep well tonight. That's what I want from you today. Do you think you can do that? Do you think you can scare me?
You're either gonna laugh or you're gonna scream. And either
Time
way,
for
I
some
think
monster
it's gonna be good.
stories.
Why is it always the kaiju? Everybody always go with the kaiju.
Oh no, kaiju are for action stories.
I thought you were going to say kaiju for
Overkill.
porn stories.
I mean,
You know what? You're kind of right. Not gonna
Listen.
lie, hey, yo.
listen. That's
Oh,
all.
okay.
Wow.
Listen.
I thought you were gonna
Okay.
like segue into a title. I was
you know,
like,
I was,
ooh, this is a good
rolling
way to do that.
ready.
That's a good way to
All
do
right,
that.
okay. I want titles. DGB, you're going first. Give me your title.
The Crooked Tower.
Okay. Rowan, give me your title.
The Watcher in the Wood.
Ooh, DGB, you don't get to go first. Rowan, I want to hear your story.
Mhm.
Lumi, tell me, have you ever been camping?
Yeah, well, not camping per se, but I've stayed in like a facility kind of thing in like a woodland area when we went to like a weekend away with school. So kind of.
So you've
They're
done like
British.
you've
They
done like
don't-
Yeah.
glamping. Like, okay. I think it still works. You've had your excursions out to the woods. You've had your experiences, your hikes, etc. So I'm gonna set the scene a little bit here, and we'll take a little bit of creative liberty, of course. You were asked by a couple of friends to go out camping again. Figured, hey, fuck it, that sounds like a lot of fun. It's been a while. The woods are nice this time of year. It'll be great. Let's do it. So you guys get all your stuff packed up. You get out there. You get ready to go. Things are going fantastically. You get all your tents set up. You go hiking for a little bit. You get ready. You get ready for bed. You go to bed for the night. And you're thinking like, man, this is going to be great. We got like 2 more days of this. Nice weekend trip. Next day, get up in the morning and something feels different. You can't quite place it at first. But as you're wandering around, you're getting your breakfast, you're getting everything ready, you can't find a couple of things. One of you has lost their flashlight, nowhere to be seen. The can of beans that you had as your backup stockpile, missing. Your flint and steel is now just flint. You think very little of it. Maybe it was a bear or something. But as you're going throughout the day, the woods are quiet. They're far quieter than they should be. In fact, there's fewer birds than there were yesterday. There's less rustling in the leaves. A fog starts to roll in. And despite it being the middle of the day, it's dark here. Very, very still. And as you're all getting ready to go about your day, you've got another day of hiking planned. Despite the mood of the day, you're not about to miss another good day of hiking. So you get out on the trail, you've got your fancy little walking sticks, you've got your backpacks, your gear, and you feel as though you're being watched. At the corners of your eyes, you see something moving, a tree, something slightly darker than the surrounding underbush. Could just be an animal, could be a deer, could be a bear. Bears aren't great. They're pretty terrifying if you ever get up close to one. But that's just an animal. Bears can be dealt with high-pitched noises. That's what whistles are for. No, this is something that's following you. And you go throughout your day, you can't shake the feeling that there's still something there. That night, you all get ready for bed again, and you lie awake, wonder if it's still there. You can almost feel something outside the tent. And it troubles you. You don't sleep well that night, if at all. And yet at some point, something has gone missing from inside your tent. You could have sworn that nobody ever came in or out of your tent. You were lying awake most of the night, wondering what was watching you. But your spare pillow is missing. Your jacket has things gone from inside the pockets. And you get out there in the morning, step out of your tent, and for a fleeting moment you see something far larger than an animal, far larger than a person, staring at you from the woods. You blink, it's simply gone. And you get on the road, you get ready to go. unsettled by the feeling. You all pack up. You get back home. You get ready. You're like, oh man, that was weird. That was horrible. You get ready to go to bed that night. Look out your window. You see something moving in the darkness. Something that followed you back from that forest. Watching you. Waiting. That's it. That's all I got.
Boo.
I'm gonna need you to like tell me when you're done, because I'm gonna assume there's more.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So, you know, like, it's always the weird thing, right? Like, when you think, when you go, if you ever go like ghost hunting or whatever, you always wonder like, oh shit, like, did something attach to me? Did something come back with me? And I hate the forest at the best of times. So like, hearing like stuff coming and like you don't know what it is, there's just something there, something in the peripheral vision of your eye. And it's just suddenly further and closer, further and closer.
I don't know about you, but I get far more unsettled and uneased by the things that watch you and wait for you than the things that like try and, you know, jump scare you.
Oh yeah, like if there are many games that I've played, obviously, because, you know, let's be, you know, play more horror situations in video games than in real life. But there are many times where something not happening is worse than something happening. Like,
Exactly.
the amount of times I'm like, oh yeah, that's gonna be a jump scare. That'll be fun. That's gonna happen.
Your brain wants something to happen. It wants to release that tension, and if the tension is never released, it just builds.
Yeah, it's just a consistently, well, they didn't jump scare me now, they're gonna jump scare me later, and I know that when I hear it again, it's gonna happen at least at this point, maybe, I think, like, and you're thinking about it consistently for the next however long, and then maybe you forget, and then maybe they do it, and then you're like, I knew it was coming, fuck! And every time. Unless it's a bad horror
Every
game,
time.
and then I'm like, well, alright, well, this is, I knew this was coming.
Yeah, if it's done poorly, then, like, whatever.
Okay. I thank you for your story. There will be multiple of these.
Gigi booed
so
me. She didn't like
I
it.
did hear that. There will be many. There will be at least one more. So keep your thinking cap on. Keep your creativity brewing. Gigi, I'd like to hear your story.
Oh, now you want to hear my story?
And I could just declare Rowan the winner now if you want, but I mean, it's up to you.
Go ahead.
Ooh.
End of story or okay.
Oh, I see.
Didn't the host specifically say, "Tell me when the story is
I
over"?
did say that.
There was.
That sounds terrifying.
Okay. So
They stole my.
I'd like to be in a
fucking
parachute if
explosion.
I'm
my brain
The arrow
immediately
story.
went, the big explosion, the things pinging off the side. That's the explosion. That's
They immediately stole my big fucking explosion idea. No, I don't believe you. You had time to plan your title. You had time to plan your story while I was doing mine. I feel so cheated right now. You have no idea.
well, you know what, right? You've both won points. You've both lost points. So, as of this moment, right, we have to do something that I don't think we've done yet on this on this podcast. We have to do a lightning round.
Lightning
A
round.
lightning round to determine the winner of this little game. So, I want very quick, rapid fire snapshot. Give me a scenario that you think would scare me. Sentence, if anything. All right? Okay?
Can it be like a two sentence horror story?
Sure.
Can I do
Sure,
that?
I'll take that. Okay, right?
I
I'm
think
good at
I
those.
need
I think
3
Lumi's
each.
just not.
3 each, okay? And this will determine who wins and who loses, okay? Are we clear on the rules? Is everyone clear on the rules? I'm getting no yeses or nos. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
thinking.
Okay.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Rowan,
I'm
go.
trying to repair.
Rowan, go. Give me one. What goes around comes around. I also need you to say when you're done.
I do, I think. I do.
Okay, cool.
But did
right.
you want to hear
Just
both of
say
my titles?
what,
or
but
just
no,
mine first?
but done. All right, cool. DG, go.
You were excited when a fan handed you a stuffed animal, until you got home, your dog chewed it open and revealed the air tag.
DG, go. DG, go. I said free.
All right.
Again?
All right.
Oh, okay. I think we should see
Alone
other
in the
people, I
void.
said to you. And you said back to me, I agree. It's been 3 months since we've seen anyone. As I scanned the desert.
I mean, sure, I guess.
Rowan, go. Ding, 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 ding.
Was your
ding,
second story going to also revolve
ding.
around heights?
Dun, 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 dun.
Damn.
want the sun to come back.
You know
I hate the
what?
sun.
That's completely fair. I am intrigued.
All right, okay. You have 10 seconds to come up with a title, okay? 10,
I want to hear about the
9,
big fucking explosion.
Wait,
both of you.
who?
Both of you. 10,
What?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. DG, title.
You're committed to it now.
The thing on your hand.
Rowan, title. Rowan, go first. DG, go.
It's just like ripping off a band-aid, Lumi. I told you as I pulled the hangnail off. But it wasn't skin that crawled up my arm.
Oh.
What crawled up your arm?
No, man. What did crawl up your arm? What was that thing that I just pulled out of your hand? What was it? Because I thought it was a hangnail, but it turns out it was featured.
Interesting. It's just a tapeworm.
It's out of your hand. I go to pull a hangnail out, and it's just like a long tapeworm. I feel like it's like a spider. It's like one of those spider things from Call of Duty Zombies. It's one of those.
Ah, I hate you. All right.
I told you, man.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you in on a secret before I give the point score here. Okay. So before the lightning round, you both drew. You were at tied points. A tied 9.
There's not a chance.
A tied 9 points. You both won and lost points during that time. Okay.
There's not a chance.
Rowan,
chance,
I deducted some points from you for pauses because you saw there was a couple of times where you were like, and then there was other times you didn't tell me when your story had ended, and I told you to do that. I did tell you to do that. But you left it too long to the point where we had to ask you. DG,
Yeah, I get
DG, your second story was part the whole reason we reshot is full disclosure. This is a reshoot.
I know.
You redid.
I know. That's why I
part
was
of the
causing you
reason.
anxiety. I wanted to cause you anxiety about it. That's why I did it. That's why I did it. Because I was like, oh, this
want to
is gonna
throw
scare the
you.
crap out
I
of them.
want to throw you. Right. Anyway, you also found the secret word. I don't like
Fucking
spiders.
explosion?
I don't like spiders.
Oh, yeah.
They are like
I
the
know you
thing that
don't.
I fucking hate above. If you'd both done spider stories for this entire thing, I would have been giving so many more points.
I'm scared of spiders too. I'm scared of spiders too.
I just don't like them. They're the worst.
I don't like them either.
Anyway, you've in finding this secret word, you have pushed yourself past the limit. So this episode goes to DG for finding the secret horror word that I hate. And that's the only reason.
Yes! Even no, I won. You were robbed. I had to go twice in a row, and I had to do long stories. And then I did something real stupid, which was, hey, instead of doing a story that's scary, I'm just gonna make them actually uncomfortable by doing the thing that we had to reshoot. I did the meta. I did a meta thing, and it almost lost me the entire deal. Don't even with me.
That's also true. You know, like, you both came in like, you know, I like to write stories and I'm a writer.
Do. You're not scared of
and,
heights.
like, you came in like, I can do this, and Drone's, I'm a D&D player. I got this, no problem. There's so much floundering in that episode that I felt like this was the Little Mermaid.
Look, listen, you're not scared of heights, so I can't do heights-based stories, and those are the ones that I'm really good at. You chose to be like, no, I'm actually
Yes,
fine
I'm
with
going
heights,
to
and
use my
I could
scalpel.
climb up the tower, no problem. I could get to the other window and then run down like an action hero. No, the fuck you couldn't.
Well,
You're
these
dead.
mo-
If you're in a tower that's falling, you're dead.
Most of these
You're
stories
dead.
ended with me dying, right? Most of them ended
Yeah.
with me exploding or falling in a tower and getting crushed or murdered by the vacuum of space or fucked by a monster,
Like a
maybe.
stupid game,
Who knows?
That spider is looking at you real
All
sexily right now.
9 eyes. So yeah, you know, either way I died, right? I was dead from whatever story you gave me. So you know what? Hey, look, listen, congrats, DG.
Did you have a
Congrats.
toothbrush?
You did. You pulled it from the jaws of defeat. Barely. You scraped by. Rowan, do you have anything to say for being the loser of this episode? You left me in the jaws of a monster, technically, so I don't know about that one.
14 werewolves.
Mm. What was it gonna do to me then? I'm just gonna think of the sexy wings anyway.
14 werewolves.
It's true.
The Ram
It's true.
Ranch.
The Ram Ranch.
14 werewolves at Ram Ranch.
15 werewolf boyfriends. Ram Ranch.
Ram Ranch.
DG, do you have anything to say for being the winner of today's episode?
That spider gave you life. It didn't take it away, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Gave you life.
That's all I'm gonna
Gave
say about
you life. Took my life away.
No, it didn't. It gave you like 6 billion lives inside of your tummy. Enjoy that. Enjoy
hate you.
that.
All of those lives in your tummy are gonna be your, what's that thing where someone has so many holes in their face and it's uncomfortable and it's like,
Oh, tryptophobia.
tryptophobia. Yeah, it's gonna give you tryptophobia. Got back. Thank you all for listening, friends, listeners. I hope that you enjoyed their silly stories and trying to scare me. Maybe some of them scared you. Look, listen, it's a fair place to be scared. We were scared here. We're happy here. We have laughs. We'd love to hear what things that you think would scare us, or maybe things that scare you. Go to the Reddit. Brett's, I don't know how Reddit works as a link, as a thing, a link, but it's reddit.com/r/brainfog podcast. Go check it out. Go get. I'll link it in.
You can tell there was
on
a
Twitter.
great deal of
I'll link it
forethought
on
and
YouTube,
planning.
so you can find it pretty easily. This has been
Reddit.org/fuck your dad.
This has been Brain Fog. I hope that you had a good time, and we'll see you next week, where DG gets to host an episode. Help us.
Yay.
Stay foggy, everyone.